leave that in there. That'll start the episode. All right, you guys ready to knock into this thing, man?
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Jameson on the Rocks podcast. Today I have with me the full band of the Stews. How you fellas doing?
Doing good.
I'm so stoked to have you guys in here. I've been looking forward to this ever since I had Mr. Garrett on. He was hyping you guys up, checked you out. Big fan of the tunes, big fan of what y'all are doing. Y'all are killing it, man.
Thanks, man. We're excited to be here. I'm a fan of the podcast myself.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, we got a lot of people asking for this one. This one was highly requested. No shit, man.
Well, awesome.
Yeah, I had a lot of people wanting to hear the story on the 9 to 5, baby. Come on. Well, first off, tell me how you guys' show was last night. I unfortunately missed it. I was incredibly bummed that I was playing, which is weird to say.
We'd love to hear that, though.
Yeah, man, staying busy. But how'd it go for you guys?
It was awesome. It was pretty packed.
Yeah.
And,
Word.
Good time.
It's a big room, you know what I mean? So good for y'all, man.
Yeah.
And you guys have been touring with the Vegabonds for how long now? A couple months? It seems like forever.
About a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like super steady. It's kind of like a weekend thing, so it's kind of like on and off, it feels like. But sometimes it's like more than like last weekend we were with them, this weekend we're with them, and then the next 2 weekends, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of weekends by ourselves.
Totally.
But there's also some weekends where, like last weekend, we played with them, and then the day after we didn't. But it's cool. They're great guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I saw the tour graphic. It was like fucking 40 dates deep. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit, these guys are rolling, man.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And am I mistaken, or are the Vagabonds, are they an Auburn band as well?
They
Yeah.
are.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys got the little Auburn tour going. That's
Yeah.
sick.
All of them, but
Yeah.
the keyboard player graduated from Auburn. Yeah.
Wow. And are you guys enrolled there or anything? You guys out? Got
Used
one?
to.
Me and
Yeah.
Bennett are still in, yeah.
Word,
Still
man.
in it, yeah.
How does that hurt the band? You guys, does it keep you busy, or you just say fuck school and roll
I
with
mean, like when it comes down to like choosing between like the band and like a class on a given day, like I'll choose the band, you know.
it? Of course.
But you know, I'm only taking like 3 classes right now, so
Same.
a light load.
Love to hear it, man. I think it's pretty wise when you're touring.
Yeah.
The 6 classes is not the move.
I'm taking
Would've
all
thought.
on-campus classes and
That's tough.
got a schedule to where I only have class Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, nice.
So I can get
That's
away
sick,
with it. It's
man.
kind of nice, yeah.
Look at you go. Well, I guess what I need to know, kind of, I've never seen you guys, unfortunately, but I'm looking. This kind of makes it cool for me because I don't know anything about you guys pretty much. So tell me how you guys kind of got started going. When did you guys kind of meet? Were there other members, other lineups, that kind of stuff? And what kind of got you to now?
I'll start the answer. I think.
Let's go, man.
So, basically, us 3 over here to the right. You can't see us, but me, Blake, and Bennett all played in high school, and we're in a band.
Same name or no?
We were called No Can Do.
Word.
Let's
And
not
we
talk about that
we
one.
played like school functions. We played in front of big audiences, just for things like graduation and just big school audiences. But then we all kind of went separate ways. Freshman year of college, you took a gap year. Bennett was at High Point University up in North Carolina.
Word.
Yeah, and I met Preston, and we all came together in Atlanta. I think it was one like winter break.
Atlanta. Why
Yeah.
Atlanta? Are you guys?
That's where us 3 went to high school. Or from.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And we had like a little practice space. We used to jam at my dad's house like a bunch in high school. That was like kind of the practice space, the jam space. And yeah, just got together there, and it worked out. So
Word, man. Yeah, it's going pretty well for you guys.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I mean,
Yeah,
staying
time's been
really
it
flying.
kind of clicked right away.
Yeah, man.
First
Well,
practice for one
The
song.
first thing we ever like played together, I think, was you guys were like, all right, well, we have this song we used to play in high school. We all know it's something we know. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to mess around with like finding a cover that everybody knows or something. It was like, you just kind of find something to this, and it was just like, there's a recording like waiting like 4 or 5 bars because I was just like waiting to find the
But
riff.
dude,
and then,
you
like,
played that lick like
it's
the first
literally
time you played on
the
the song,
exact
right?
same thing. It's on the EP.
Slip Away is,
Yeah,
is
Slip
the
Away.
song.
I love that.
We,
Dude,
we used to
that's
call it
so
Springsteen. I don't know. It felt like it was
Yeah, I
a
used
Springsteen
to-
riff. I don't know why. We used to play a lot faster.
I used to
and
play
that's
with
what
a
I called it.
capo on the 5th fret.
Yeah, I know why
and I
you-
used to play it on.
Does not sound like a Springsteen
Why?
song to me.
Yeah,
You gave me like
Like,
Radio
it
Nowhere.
really doesn't at all.
custom Nash guitar or something. It had this crazy twangy tone.
Yeah.
For some reason, why I'd always thought it sounded like a Bruce Springsteen
Dude,
song.
yeah.
I've always wondered, like, what
really
you guys
about the
consider
sound,
yourselves genre-wise. You know what I mean? Like,
You know, we
what's
get
the
asked that a
scope?
lot.
Yeah.
Some guy, what did he tell you, Bennett, the other night?
Oh yes, we were playing in I think it was Mobile a couple weekends ago, and this guy was like, we were just talking about like genres and stuff. I was just kind of like messing around, so I was like, oh, like what would you like call our sound? And he like took like 5 minutes to think about it, and he was like, all right, here's my answer, get ready. He was like, I gotta remember. It was new wave psychedelic math rock.
Basically, cramming as many genres into one as you can.
I was like, I think that is probably the most far off answer to like what I would have said about our sound.
I haven't done math in like 2.5 years.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think new waves is
There's no
stretch, man.
equation.
That's
No, I
awesome,
mean,
dude.
I don't know. We like a lot of different genres. We
Yeah.
listen to a lot of different genres.
Uh-huh.
Like, so I mean, and we got new stuff that's really reggae influenced. Like,
Really?
I think just it's rock in its roots what we play, but like, I don't know. We like to. We'll go pop. We'll go
As a
blues. Like,
As a unit,
Something
we
in between.
rock,
Yeah.
but individually, we're all so far out with our influences.
Word.
Like Preston's so bluesy, rocky, and you can hear it in his playing, and it's
Totally.
wonderful. But Bennett is so intricate, and he can drive too, and it's just like all over the place.
So there wasn't like a
It's-
conversation, like you
it's
guys
like
didn't
we all
sit
just
down one
yeah,
day.
we
and
all
be
just
like,
do our thing as we please, and it just so happens that it works well.
Gotcha.
yeah, we like to get intense, and I feel like that's why.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
I was about to say every video I
Songs.
see of you guys is like
Yeah,
you guys like ripping
we're-
songs.
We'll play
we're-
a Dead cover, and then by the end of it, it's like not a Grateful Dead song anymore.
it's
like
like
double
jam,
time.
yeah.
we're all like fucking jumping
And what
around.
year do you
Dead
guys
heads are
kind of
getting
start
mad.
getting together? What kind of time period? How long has it been?
2020 over
2020 was-
COVID.
yeah.
Wow, that's not long, you guys.
Yeah,
You guys
we
are murdering
grinded
it.
during all that quarantine
Yeah?
stuff. We spent
Work.
so
Well,
much
yeah.
time at Wyatt's house in Atlanta. And
in
just-
like 2 rooms for the whole day, like
Yeah.
straight up, like yeah. I mean,
We
and
wrote
we
our
haven't
EP
we haven't lived
that
together
summer.
since really that. I mean, we were I
Yeah.
consider that I guess us living together, but
yeah.
I was couch riding.
once
also.
we were doing that,
I'm the only
dude,
one
like,
not from Atlanta, so
Where are you from?
I'm from Dothan,
Okay, cool.
Alabama. Yeah.
Cool, word, man.
the dot.
The dot.
Interesting.
Donovan.
Circle City.
Yeah. Peanut capital of the world.
So you guys have only
Yeah,
been a
dude.
band for a year.
Year and a
Yeah,
half.
like
Year and a half?
yeah.
Okay, word.
Our first shows were, I guess, like small frat parties, winter, fall,
A lot of them here.
August 2020, I guess.
Gotcha.
That fall semester.
And what was the process on that? Was it like, all right, we're going to book some shows and some venues and try to sell tickets? Or was it like, oh, my buddy's in a fraternity, let's go play? Or was it
It was
no
more
thought?
like connections like that, like
Yeah.
just having friends.
Yeah.
And like there was this, initial hype of just like we've never seen y'all play,
Gotcha.
So just booking frat gigs to that, and we were more than content,
Yeah.
just playing basements, like
Always fun.
It's
Yeah.
it's
We
a great
came
way to
up-
start up, dude.
We
Like,
came up here and we played for like one of our friends' dad's party at their house. We like a bunch of private events and stuff like that. But then it was the Auburn Georgia game the next day, and we came up here. Was it Chi-Fi?
Yeah.
it was like
And we were like, yo, man, we have all our stuff. We're already here. And like, can we jam? Like, can we play? And they're like, no, dude. Like, we don't need some college band. Like, we have a DJ coming later. Like, really don't want to waste our time with it. We're like, we don't even want any money. Like, we just want to jam. Ended up
Yeah.
getting like $200 and
Word.
getting hired back to come, and it was just like the most fun
And,
gig
yeah, we
ever.
talk
dude.
about it
played
all
in
the time, that
basement,
gig, like-
to like I don't even there was not a ton of people, but it was just
Yeah,
so
to
everybody
fun.
that was
like,
in the room
energy.
was
To the
was
50
there,
people there,
you
it
know.
was exciting.
Big
To watch
cement
play, it was
wall
awesome.
basement.
Really? There's
Gotta
something about
love
those
it.
first couple gigs where it's like, wait, we're getting paid? What the fuck?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
make- yeah,
$200
this-
bucks? What
We
the
never got
fuck?
paid
Yeah.
for shit in high school. Like it's just fun. It's fun, and
Yeah.
the transition kind of swept us a little bit.
Awesome. Well, it seems like you guys have really built an audience that way because last night I saw a bunch of Stews hoodies at the show we were playing, man. A bunch of blue Stews hoodies. I
That's
was like,
cool.
word.
Love to see it.
Yeah, and I actually played in Tuscaloosa. You guys have played Grocery Brew Pub, right?
Yeah, we
Oh,
had-
yeah.
And I saw your sticker in there. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
these motherfuckers have been here. I was like, sweet, man.
We love
Love
the
a good-
sticker bomb.
Yeah, and what was the process on you guys like for like getting out of town? Like it'd be easy to be an Auburn band and play 1716 and play Southeastern, play whatever other venues you guys have, like just over and over. What was the travel like? Okay, we're gonna have to go to Athens. We're gonna have to go to Tuscaloosa to do what we
really-
want to do.
Yeah, it's those
Yeah.
two. I mean, they have a ton of
Tuscaloosa
friends from
especially.
Athens, and then I have and Tuscaloosa, and then I have
Mm-hmm.
a lot of friends from Tuscaloosa, and I mean, all it takes is one guy in a fraternity, and it's
Yeah.
just social
I
chain.
mean,
you go and
Yeah, word of mouth through fraternities is absolutely
It's-
outrageous.
it is
if you hit
outrageous.
it right on the
Totally.
head.
yeah. So and then you go and just kill it, I guess, and and they want you to come back, and then
Yeah, I mean,
come
all
back.
it takes is a Snapchat video to your old high school
Yeah,
group chat, and next thing you know, 10 people from 10 different schools seen a video of you playing, and they're like,
Exactly.
who
And
the hell is that?
yeah,
like
getting
those
the EP out
soups.
early was like such a big thing because
Agreed.
like having something tangible to just like send to a fraternity. You know?
Yeah, like some evidence that
yeah,
you guys
exactly.
do this.
'Cause, like videos
oh yeah,
are great,
people.
but,
It was
like,
so annoying when we first were playing stuff, and people were like, could you send some videos? And we'd have like,
it's like y'all don't move around.
We'd have like a
videos,
2-minute like jam that we had written, and they're like, can you send us some covers? And maybe like if you're moving around, like, we don't have any like footage.
Yeah, and they're like iPhone recordings, like voice memos, like.
But now you guys got plenty of evidence of that, right?
Yeah, man.
That's the name of the game, honestly.
Yeah, it really is the like social
Evidence.
presence,
The
right?
content,
Yeah, dude.
And, I mean, you got this guy Garrett on the camera. I mean, you guys
Dude,
live my
there's a
dream.
reason
Garrett
I'm
on the
master
camera.
around
We got
all the
Garrett
time.
on
Garrett,
the
say
road.
something.
Garrett's a
Gary, yeah,
real
say
warrior.
something.
Garrett, say
please.
something.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you?
There he is.
Oh,
He's got the radio
Cardoso
voice.
podcast.
Mr. Dos.
Yes.
Legend.
How long does it take you guys to get the EP going? Like, you've been a band for a year and a half. Like, when does that kind of start happening?
That was like pretty much. I mean, the process of writing, it was like right off the bat because a lot of those like riffs like slip away in 9 to 5 and stuff. Is just like it just happens so quickly and so naturally, you know. So it was like the writing process was immediate, but it was only until like probably like 6 or 7 months in where we like started really thinking about like, do we want to like really take this seriously, like put this stuff on Spotify and see where it goes.
Yeah, dude, 6 months, that's not long at all. You guys came up with 6 tunes that fast? There's 5 tunes.
Five. It was also like, I feel like a lot of the EP pulled some from like some songs that y'all did in high. None of them. I mean, they were all like, you take pieces of songs were good, but like a lot of the songs, like stuff y'all have been doing in high school, were played for a long time, and then you kind of like reinvented a little bit, kind of like similar ideas, but it's like something to go off of. And then me and Wyatt had been playing.
We've been jamming
Oh,
on
yeah.
sometimes for a long time. I mean, you had that voice memo. You were on acoustic doing it at like, half the tempo that it is now. Whatever.
Yeah,
but
it was
dude,
a
I mean,
very
yeah.
sad song.
It I don't know. Things came together pretty fast. I feel like when we kind of all started
It's
taking
kinda-
it really seriously.
Yeah, I
Seems
mean-
like it's really latched on, bro. It's got a ton of
Switch
strings. It sounds
was
great.
Thanks.
I think I wrote down that Slip Away and 9-5 are my favorites.
Uh,
Yeah,
Oh,
those,
really?
those are bangers, bro.
We got some new stuff coming
Ooh.
soon. Next
Let's
month
go.
we got the first single dropping for. We're doing 3.
Word.
Um,
Like a whole EP or record?
whole album, 10
Oh,
songs.
shit,
An
man.
album.
Yeah,
So-
last summer.
What was it like writing that? I assume you guys are the kind of band that just kind of like jams around on something until like it's like, all right, this is something.
This album to me is like so much more like intentional.
Intentional.
Like,
How so?
I just feel like the songs like. Yeah, like I'd take this album over the EP any day because it's just like
Let's go.
each song is just like a lot more meaningful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There was
totally.
more time, I think, and
Yeah.
effort put into each one. Like, we really kind of got more comfortable, I feel like, in the studio and just used our time more wisely with this. Like,
And I'd never really approached songwriting much until we started writing the EP, and then it took me a while to realize that like you got to kind of take yourself seriously, but not too seriously. Also, like writing
Totally.
songs. But yeah, just like putting a lot more thought and being deliberate with the album.
Yeah. Like these 10 songs kind of have to line up, sort of.
Yeah, I would say it's like there's a pretty big range though on the album. There's some pretty
Yeah.
like hard rockers, and then we got some
go.
slower stuff. It's
Yeah,
not
interesting.
too slow though. But
And is there like you guys got like a whole release plan for it kind of thing going? Like 3 singles, EP
Yeah.
in August kind of thing? You know what I mean? Is
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah.
something y'all are thinking
yeah,
about?
I think three singles, and then do the whole album in May.
Awesome,
the
dude.
idea.
Stoked. That's not long, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go,
Yeah,
man.
I wish I could have put it out yesterday.
Where,
Yeah, exactly.
where did you guys record the first EP at? Sounds great.
Muscle Shoals, Fame Studios.
yeah,
We went back.
dude, that's what I was
Okay.
gonna say. Is
Okay.
we got so lucky to
Yeah.
start
What
at
the
just
fuck,
at such a
man?
high level
Yeah.
of just recording and like. And also just people, the people at Muscle Shoals.
Shout
we've
out to
grown
Spencer.
Really, Spencer
Yeah,
Coates.
Spencer, if
Spencer
you're listening,
Coates,
what
if
up,
you're
bro?
listening.
Our guy,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, like
Shout out Spencer.
just a great place, and like I mean,
Am I
I remember when we
mistaken?
first called him, we were like nervous. We were like, are they even gonna answer? Like,
I had read
even
something
do this?
online. Don't you have to submit demos to record
We
there,
did.
right?
We did have to send
We
him a couple
s-
things, but
Mhm.
really,
We sent
that
a
was just for
video.
him to kind of get the sound and get like kind of prepared for us coming in.
That's so sick, dude. Muscle Shoals, bro. That's
yeah,
cool.
dude.
I didn't know that. That's dope.
Yeah,
They're
man.
the best.
That's where we did the album there too.
Oh,
so.
word. Okay.
It was-
And did you guys book a few weeks out or just separate? Get a few days.
Couple days.
We should have done a few weeks, but
Money.
no, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
But
Of course.
yeah, we did 4 days for 10 songs, and then ended up coming back for 2 more days at a time to finish up the mixes. But the whole EP was done in 2 days.
That's pretty damn quick. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
dude,
Like
5
you guys
songs
weren't
in
taking
2
off.
days.
It's weird, like thinking back on the
You gotta
EP,
get in
like,
there and just
that felt like so much longer than 2 days.
oh yeah.
That I felt like
We
I
were
don't
getting
know.
shit done in there.
And you
I mean,
guys
we
were
were in
just
the
going in
studio
and
from
playing.
like
Yeah,
9
you're
a.m.
right.
until like
That's
3
not-
in the morning both days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's also the great thing about Fame is like, a lot of places you'll get like a drum track and then like I'll do a bass track however many times until I get it. I'm happy with that, and then yada yada. But like, fame is basically just like we do a take of the song, and if we weren't happy with the take, then we do it again. So it's like all the rhythm tracks and everything on the album and the EP are just like one take.
That's awesome.
Live,
Just exciting because it makes it a lot more authentic, in my opinion. Like the mess ups,
it can move too.
the frequent mess
I
ups. Yeah,
I mean, songs like 9-5 had those tempo changes and shit at the start, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get that shit on a click. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
and
was
there's some
important to you
songs
guys?
the engineer will get so mad, like frustrated, be like, this one's not to a click. And we're like,
Yeah,
no,
just
sorry, it's
adding
not gonna
certain
work
things.
this time.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, it can be a pain, but
Neither
there's
is the
definitely
Stones and the
intentional.
Beatles and everything. So
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
hell yeah.
Was there any of that weight when you guys were in there thinking like, fuck, this fucking Stones recorded Brown Sugar and shit here, and the Skinner's been here? Is there any
The
of that, or
first
was it
time,
like,
Yeah, in the back of your head,
Yeah.
you're the whole time. I
Dude,
feel
they're
like at
giving
least I was
they're
kinda
literally
nervous,
giving
but-
tours in there the whole time.
Yeah, we're like
there's a
chilling in the
picture of
booth, and
Dwayne
there's
Allman on
a
the wall,
gold
him and
group.
Barry Oakley like jamming, and the picture is hanging above the wall, and it's still the same wallpaper and like same sound, but it's literally the same fucking room. Like it's right there.
It is nuts, yeah. And
I was like
the
looking at Blake, like
equipment
Blake's
is
over
another
there.
thing.
That was his spot for like where he cut in the EP.
Yeah.
And I was like, would look over there, and Bennett's like, they're literally sitting, like how Barry and Dwayne are, like in the corner in the studios. Like,
No
surreal.
way,
It was,
dude.
it was so
Yeah.
cool.
That's crazy, bro. I bet that was surreal.
The first time it was like, I don't know, it took me about an hour to be like, okay, I'm here to record music.
We're not on
here
a tour.
to
You know?
to look
Yeah, they're giving a
around.
tour, and they're like, oh my god, there's artists in here. Sorry, and we're like, oh yeah, we got to get out. Oh wait, we're the artists.
Yeah,
We
we're-
get to record.
And it's
We're
not a
recording.
big control room, is it? It's pretty tiny.
No, it's pretty small.
Pretty small.
Pretty small. I've seen like videos of like Keith Richards like laying on the floor in between the console.
Yeah.
Well, they actually cut at
I've done that.
at
Yeah,
sound
Blake's been on
at
that floor.
Muscle Shoals Sound Studio.
So it'd be a
I think is what it's
different
called.
one.
Yeah, Fame
Word.
is down the road.
This is like
the-
Wilson Pickett and Aretha Franklin.
Yeah,
Right,
Aretha
yeah.
and Etta
Gotcha.
James and
That
Dwayne-
sounds sick though.
Dwayne Allman.
Dwayne. That was a
Clarence
session guy
Carter,
there.
dude.
Really.
Gotcha.
Greg cut his
Sweet.
last album at
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny. The
our engineer
room-
produced Greg's last album. Hell.
There's a secret room behind the control room, and it makes you realize how many people have actually recorded music there, and the gratitude and you have to just
the
be
shelves.
in that room.
That kind of stuff soaks into the record, eh?
It's absolutely.
yeah,
I love that, man.
It's like earth shattering the first time you go. Honestly,
Well, I love that, dude. You guys, they're not really. Well, there might be, but I'm hearing about a lot more Auburn bands coming out of the town and everything. You guys have any thoughts on like the Auburn scene at the moment? You think about it any? Like any bands you guys are excited about? Like,
yeah.
was Auburn a great place to start for you guys? That kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We're really good friends that play a lot with Supper Club. They're from
Yeah, I hear a lot
Opelika,
about
which is,
them.
the same Auburn Opelika area.
They just released their EP too.
yeah, and they just released
Yeah.
their EP. And it's
Anybody
killer,
listen,
so-
go check them
Check
out.
that
They're-
Supper
check
Club
that
out.
Supper Club.
that EP
Killing it.
is
Yes Ma'am is a banger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
they're great guys.
And so they're on fire right now. And then you got the Plains. We
Yes.
good friends were. Me and Wyatt are fraternity brothers with Nick, the guitar player for them.
Word.
And then
Branch is
we're
a
good
nice
friends
guy.
with Branch too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those guys seem to be killing it. These
Yeah,
they're playing with Orange
recording
Constant.
stuff.
Yeah, and they're.
They'll be on
I think-
Spotify probably
yeah.
soon.
Word.
I just heard some of their demos and they sound really good.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. Well, I guess what I'm asking is like, is Auburn like? What is the scene like? Are you guys like hanging out with other bands, or like they're like 3-band bills, or is it just like you play cover sets at 716, or like
Yeah.
what's the deal kind
We'll
of?
play
Well,
with some of those bands a lot. Like if we have any opening time,
Uh-huh.
and honestly, it makes it more fun. But we used to kind of like oversaturate Auburn, I think, with gigs,
Big time.
Yeah.
which will happen. I mean, when you're kind
hard
of
not
starting
to.
up, and
Yeah.
and
They
we
offer
were,
you
like,
a ton
booking
of
'em
gigs,
way
you
in
book them in
advance.
advance,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you play like half the stuff you've booked. You're like, damn.
Well, we're just like, not that we ever
we
love-
got like 5
yeah,
more.
and
than
we
used to
love
play.
playing in Auburn, but it's just
Yeah.
it was too much. Like anybody could, point that out. I feel like. No, but I mean, it's kind of cool that there feels like a big difference in like the music scene. When I first came to Auburn, freshman year, like I knew of one other band.
What music scene?
I would, right? I mean, but at least just you can see that there's people actually are starting to give more of a shit about music.
Yeah,
Totally.
Yeah, it's cool.
And yeah, I mean, there's another band, Queen of Kings.
yeah.
My good buddy
Kings,
Mitchell
I'll
is.
have to check them out.
Yeah, you should check
Yeah,
them
they're
out.
good, man.
They've got some original stuff they've been writing, but we've been playing with them.
It reminds me of like Clemson and kind of like
Yeah.
Tuscaloosa in the way it's like there's no like centralized like 100 bands. You know what I mean? Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Well, I feel like I could
Right.
like you got also like the Posers. They're coming up. Who else? I feel like there's one more over.
There's
a
like
lot of,
Lakota. There's some bands
yeah.
out of Opelika.
Yeah.
Lakota.
It's cool because it's kind of like a blank slate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like,
It's a lot to build off.
yeah.
And when we first started playing at 17-16, like we didn't just play cover. We were really the only band like in Auburn straight out of quarantine like playing at that time, and it was kind of, I don't know, we played covers and stuff and got the people go, you know, play what they want to hear, but also we would play like some 10-minute half written song, like you know, and people were digging it, whatever. But we would throw in the, you know, Stones cover after, but you got to give it to all the bars in Auburn for we've never really been fussed at for playing our own stuff and just like being able to jam and be creative with it. Which
it's honestly pretty rare, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, but a lot of it's like Sky Bar in Auburn one time. The owner was like, "All right, you guys need to play only cover. You don't want to."
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah, and they told us that like 30 minutes before we went on.
Yeah, and we told them to kind of fuck off. We were like, "We're playing it anyway," and we did. And the sound guys loved it, dude. So it worked out.
Yeah, interesting, man. That's fascinating. I'm so curious about it because I've never really been over there and played. And what else was I going to say about that? I was going to say the lack of venues. What'd you say? There's 3 venues or places to play?
Yeah.
Basically.
Do people kind of appreciate it more than other towns you've been to? Is it like, oh, fuck, we got a band? Or is it just like normal?
It's definitely more. There's definitely like more of an incentive to kind of for everybody to kind of meet up at one place. I feel like just because there's not a bunch of options.
Yeah,
but there's also
so spread out, you know. But
there's no ticketed in all 3 of the venues here. It's not like you buy tickets to the warehouse to go see somebody or like 40 Watt or anything. You know, there's no like
you'll pay a cover.
There's
at the door, probably.
no bars where you go to listen to a band for like the music or like, oh my god, I want to hear this new band's right. There's like
you go to the bar and just
you go to the bar.
There's
going to be live music and they're going to be playing every 2000s. You know, cover hit that you want to hear. But,
of course, man.
It's your bright side in your face
every time.
The middle.
What you want? Jimmy E World.
I love
Everybody
that
talks.
What was I gonna say? So you guys, what do your set list looks like at the start? Because you guys only have 5 songs out. You're playing 3-hour sets, I imagine, a lot, right? You gotta play covers, don't you? Are you stretching things out? What's kind of
we've been lucky. Recently, we've been playing on the road. Everybody play 45-minute-hour sets, and we can play like a 2-hour set all original.
Wow, dude, that's impressive.
Yeah. I found a screenshot of one of our old set lists. And it's like it's a notebook page, and if you were to cut it in half, and it would be songs, originals, covers.
Gotcha.
But the page was like 1/4 originals and 3/4 covers.
And
I tell you, it was like 55 covers.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
It was like,
and we would just like look at that screenshot and just pick and choose.
Which one do you want to play?
We've had some set lists, and I just have it on my phone.
32-song set lists, like some crazy shit like that.
We played for KA in Auburn. I think we got paid $400, and we played. It was like 4.
Yeah, we played 4 hours. We were there all day.
Lord,
I mean,
that's
outside
just the way it is, though. Like when you start, you know.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to. You kind of got to do that rounds to like get your endurance, and you're like, I think support. I mean,
it
Beatles,
definitely
Stones,
builds your playing. Like,
that's
in my opinion, that's the best way to like get better as a player.
Chemistry,
straight up is just
do it.
Play with other people, get good with them, get uncomfortable, and get comfortable again.
Get uncomfortable.
I like that's the thing. Put
yourself out
that place to.
And
seriously,
it's kind of like the end game on that for you guys. Like, okay, we'll still be playing fraternity gigs, but they're 3 hours and we're playing all originals. Is that kind of the end game, or is it like ever realistic?
I think more like playing fraternity gigs in the long run. I'd like to, maybe do like a 2-hour like banger set and have it open or something like that. And it's more like I like having shows playing with other people because it just gives the crowd like a refreshing. I don't know. It's nice to listen to 2 bands. And have it split up, and it's like there's something going on all night rather than sometimes people listen to a band and 2 hours into your 3-hour set and you're saving all your best songs for last, as some bands do, right?
Yeah.
And then it's kind of hard to time when to play your best songs because some people are leaving before get to the end. So.
That's the thing with
3 hours. That's a long.
Like
it's just a long set.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. It'll wear on you.
It will, but I'm not against it
too.
Though. I'm down to. We definitely got a lot more 3-hour sets in our future. So
absolutely, man. Word. Well, awesome, dude. How's it? What do you guys have thought about the tour so far? What is the farthest city you guys have been to? Do you know?
Boston.
Boston?
Yeah.
How was that, man? Yeah. What, did you play like a pub or something?
No, we played at the outskirts of a festival.
It's called Levitate Backyard.
Yeah.
In Marshfield. It's like
we did a little run up the East Coast.
We were farther than that. We
were
about an hour from Niagara Falls. I feel like that's
Auburn, New York.
Rex Fest.
Shout out Rex
Fest.
We were actually in Auburn, New York.
This is
the
weirdest.
It's a funny
story.
thing. That was our like route show for the entire tour. Like that was the first one booked, and they thought we were from Auburn, New York. And so
we just booked it and routed around it. We were like, tour, we're going up north.
Talk about a day though. Like whoa, like a 50-person festival, like in a drive-in movie theater.
50's generous.
What was
Finger
his
Lakes,
name?
Auburn, New York.
What was the guy's
amazing.
name?
That's hilarious, man.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
It
find
was
him.
so fun, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
they have the coolest
just
T-shirt
chill with a bunch
design
of
too. It's a little T-Rex. Like, was he driving a golf cart?
We read that shit all the time.
So you guys are just like, you just knew you had to get on the road. Like there was no way around it. You can't play Auburn forever. It's like, all right, let's go fucking play every city we can.
Yeah, dude. And we were working with Atlas Touring, and I mean, it's crazy. We'll check our calendar, I feel like, and there'll be 3 new dates on every time I check, and they're so good at their jobs and such great people. I mean,
For a lot of
Luke and
they're
shout
highly
out to them
regarded.
for real. Like,
How does
feel
that
less
work?
family.
Like, obviously, you're playing like K Auburn and all that stuff. Like no booking agent, no manager, anything, right?
We've
How do
actually
you guys?
never played K Auburn.
Whichever
Fun
one you
fact.
referenced earlier.
But yes,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it eventually gets you to like where booking agents like Atlas are hitting you guys up, or like you're like looking for somebody. Like, what's the deal on that?
yeah, I mean, they had been, I guess, had noticed us, and
Scouting you.
yeah, been scouting us for a bit, and we had a manager that was Bennett's roommate for a while. And things kind of didn't work out with that, and like I don't know, it was great timing, honestly, and yeah,
It was,
I feel like
it was also seamless, and just like
Yeah.
right when we started working with them, it was like so many gigs got added, and like I don't want to speak for the band, but like the more shows we play, the better we get, you know.
Really?
So
I
like,
believe it.
you know, even if we're not getting paid that much, like on that tour, we probably didn't get that much money, but like just going and playing all those shows, like not only was it just a great time, but like we came back with like at least a couple more like song ideas.
Yeah?
And,
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was just, we love playing and going around.
So you guys are road dogs, eh?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Is it ever
That's
wear
a
on you,
term
though?
we get a lot. Honestly.
That is, I've never heard that.
Our
You guys ever
friends
just,
at
like-
Atlas love to call us road dogging, man.
I can tell them, they're like, "What's y'all's play? When do y'all want to play this year? Y'all trying to go?" I'm like,
yes,
yes. I'm
How does
there,
now
yes.
sound?
I'm
we
there.
haven't turned down one gig.
Yeah.
Yet. I mean,
Really?
it's not.
Dude,
I mean,
that's
yeah,
a
but
hustle,
everything
man. I
they throw at us
appreciate
is good stuff.
And it's
you know?
funny because Luke came to us and was like, "I don't want to be your manager.
Uh-huh.
I want to be your agent." And he was like, "So there's a difference. Like agents book shows. I don't want to. At one point, you might need a manager or whatever when it gets like,
Yeah.
you know, scheduling is an issue. Like now, I'd say Luke's kind of a manager. But
yeah,
like,
I mean, it's definitely helped with.
yeah, but
its
just the
management,
approach they had to it, it was like, we want to help you guys and you guys help us. Like, let's work together and
Yeah.
you know, just
It's been wheels up ever since.
yeah, dude, just let's have fun. And Atlas is a big family. Everybody always, I hear him saying it's the Atlas family. It's like it's all the bands are just like super cool. And if you're ever in playing in a city where there's an Atlas band, like you're crashing their place, no questions asked. You know, so
dude.
it's,
Well,
it's awesome.
it's cool.
Everybody's all focused on like getting signed and shit. I was like, damn, I just love to get like a really good booking agency.
Dude,
You know,
yeah,
what I mean?
that's
Like,
what
I
it's
just
about,
love
man.
to
We
play.
played
at
with
this
Rick
point,
Southall, who was like, he's got a tour
Oh,
bus and
they're
he's
sick,
like
bro.
opening for Marcus King. He's not signed, I don't think.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah, he's just
I mean,
on
it's-
booking.
used to have a
His
song.
booking agent's just killing it, dude.
honestly, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
own
they
your,
do
own
that,
your
uh,
shit. You know?
loves
like
What's that reset? Keystone Cowboys, is that them? Keystone Clan? He used to have a song about Keystone beers. I think he took it off his Spotify.
I love Reed.
How was that? How was it playing with them? Opening for
Underrated
bigger
beer.
bands?
It was fun, dude. They're really cool and nice guys, and they rock, dude. They had a
Yeah,
killer
dude.
set.
Yeah, they
that
kill it.
was a night. That was our first time playing Charleston the other weekend.
Oh,
with them.
what venue? Uptown Social?
What
Poorhouse.
was the Poorhouse?
Oh,
Poorhouse.
the new place.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah, dude.
word. Interesting.
It's a
So
dope
what is
venue.
the first band you guys kind of play with bigger than you guys? Like, I assume you guys got picked up for some
What was
opening
the
show.
first band?
Or any in particular that stick
Virginia
out?
Man, I would say,
Oh,
would be the
yeah.
first band that
Really?
we played with them in
Yeah,
Birmingham.
but, like-
we didn't play a rock and crazy show with them, but
That was the first
yeah,
band
that
we
was
kinda
the
met
first
on the
show,
road that
because
had been doing it for a while. And
I
still
remember
love
like
them.
before that show, we look up the Nick. We're playing in Birmingham. All these legendary gigs, like
there.
back in the '90s. It was like this
Yeah,
super awesome place, and we're preparing for this gig. Like we're going back to back for our songs, and we're like playing our set a bunch of times,
Yeah.
And then we get there, and like there's maybe 5-10 people at the bar, and the band we're playing with, they were like, "Damn, that was really impressive. Y'all just played like back to back." We're like, "Yeah, We practiced.
We definitely
we went
too much over.
Yeah.
I too have been victimized by the 5 people at the Nick. You know,
Dude, they'll get you.
On a
We played
Thursday.
it twice. And
Oh, yeah, that's
I
the
don't know
one.
if we're gonna be back.
it is cool the history of the place.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
awesome.
Like the Red Hot Chili Peppers played it a million
Dude,
times.
Widespread was like begging to play there, and then
Yeah.
like within months they were like
Yeah.
Selling out. Yeah, I've heard all those stories. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Though. That's just paying your dues, though. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And you kind of learn as you go. Has it been a process for you guys? Like, oh, we like playing the warehouse. Let's keep playing the warehouse, or oh, we want to get to the theater, but we're going to keep playing the warehouse, or like, you know what I mean? Like you working your way up in every city, kind of, or just playing what you can.
Yeah.
It's how it works. Kind of is there's a cap on like your worth as a band on the market. It's like, okay, you're a 600 cap band. You can sell 600 tickets in this city, whatever. Okay, you're
That's a ton.
So you're trying to work out. You play like we're opening with the Vegabonds, selling out like 600, 700 person rooms, like
Good for y'all,
max
man.
with them, and then from there you try and go to like 1,000 person rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think opening is like what we're doing now is hopefully laying the foundation for coming back to these venues, you know, and probably headlining, you know.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of like evidence that you've done it, right?
Well, like
Exactly.
in Richmond, there's we played at the Broadberry with the Vegabonds, and we sold it out. But they also have a couple venues. It's like working your way up the ladder, and the smaller one is the Camel. We played at the Broadberry
I've heard the
opening,
Camel.
but they want us at the Camel later on this year. So it's kind of like you lay the foundation doing the opening, like Bennett said, and then there might be this smaller venue that you can headline. That's because you probably
They
not
really
gonna
work
sell
up the
shot
ladder.
tickets,
Small
but
one,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's
pretty
your worth.
self-explanatory.
Every new
but-
place with the Vagabonds that we go though is, I feel like, better than the last. Like
Yeah.
all these
Yeah,
insane
that's
places.
what's
Like we
so
just played
fun
Iron
about it.
City. Going from the Nick to Iron City is
Yeah,
nuts.
even the people
It's
in
a
Iron
weird jump.
City were like,
There's
y'all
no
have
green room
only
at the
played the
Nick.
Nick, and now you're here, and we're like, yeah.
Wow.
And they're like, you jumped a few. And we were like,
well, I mean, thanks to the Vagabonds.
yeah, no,
Shout
I
out
mean,
to them.
granted, we
guys,
were just
like,
opening, but I
they're-
mean, still, like, very blessed to have that opportunity.
Yeah,
That's
they're
awesome.
great guys.
And I-
They really are great guys.
They
Yeah, they're
seem
the
like it.
best.
They seem very down to earth. I don't know very
Oh,
much
yeah,
about them. I
yeah.
tried to get them on, but the schedules didn't line up because we were playing yesterday. But we'll catch you guys next time. I'm sure
Yeah.
you'll all be back around,
Yeah.
you crazy
I
bastards.
love Athens.
Yeah, and where all of you guys played in Athens? A few fraternities, warehouse.
Chi Phi,
Sigma Nu, a
Sigma
couple
Nu.
times.
Sigma did Sigma Nu
Chi.
last
Sigma
night. That's
Chi.
awesome.
We're
warehouse.
doing,
We played for a. Somebody told me we played for a sorority event in Athens. Oh yeah, that was the one with
Big
the
Dogs
fog
on the
machine,
River,
dude.
yeah.
we went to Big Dogs on the River,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the
that
guy,
was
the
right.
guy put his
That's
son
fun.
on the DJ thing after because I think his son wanted a DJ set. Sorry if the guy's listening, but
I know. Hey, great
way.
set.
Great
Yeah,
set,
good set,
man.
dude. We were-
But, dude,
we
he
were
put,
vibing.
like,
That room
5
was a-
fog
was a
machines in there,
cloud.
and you
Yeah.
could not see your hand in front of your face. Like
Let us
those
know
other
your
random
smoke
people,
machine,
like,
please.
If somebody's 5 feet in front of you, you can't see him. It's
so
funny.
funny.
I have a
You
video
cannot
of
see the
like
DJ.
promiscuous playing and Wyatt's like walking away from the camera and it's like 1 second he's right there and then next he's gone.
disappear into the
If you ever need to like
Wherever you
ditch
are.
someone, get out
I'm
of there
all alone.
quick.
Like, there's
I
a
feel
the
like
right
you guys
place to
would
be.
murder
that I
at
won't.
Georgia Theater. You guys ever thought about Georgia Theater?
We were gonna do it with the Vagabonds, but
Oh.
it's just weird right now with like tickets and COVID, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
sometimes they'll sell it out online and then get half attendance because
Yeah.
it just takes so long to get people in or
Word.
vaccination
Yeah,
status or
Yeah,
whatever.
the
And
warehouse kind of stepped up on that as in like we're gonna
yeah,
have people.
and the warehouse is kind of nice. We like a
It's
we like
loud
a pretty
as fuck.
it's
in there,
loud as
man.
fuck.
It's
We
loud
like
as
we like
dick.
a rowdy set too, and like
Yeah.
we like a good pit. You know, it's kind of weird
Yeah.
when people are sitting down and they're like, you know, which is we do that too. It's fun, but.
Good stage too.
Yeah, it's
Good
great.
lights,
Yeah,
dude.
great
But I,
room.
I really
Yeah.
do want to play the
Big
theater.
cool.
I've always dreamed of playing the Georgia Theater. It's
incredible.
So cool, dude.
It's incredible. Yeah, I feel like that's in you guys' future though. I could see it on these next couple runs. Well, let me ask you this: what do you guys? Obviously, you got Dose on the road with you for pictures and everything, but like, are you guys like a content band? Are you like thinking about videos? You like, all right, we got to get this on video, post it, or is that something you guys don't care about?
It's like a.
It's like a mix.
Go ahead.
It's just like a. It's like we care, but we're not like every day thinking about what the content's gonna be.
Yeah, we're not
Totally.
like post on TikTok every
Yeah.
day, but like
We would love to try
We're
and
not
figure
up on
out
the
TikTok,
TikTok
but like it's
yeah,
not-
I'll just sling something random on TikTok
Yeah.
every once in a while, and like we had one video that was literally just a repost of like a minute of one of our YouTube videos that like hit the For You or whatever and got like 13,000 whatever. Like I mean, yeah, the way it works, I have no
Yeah.
idea, but
Crazy reach.
yeah, I mean,
Interesting.
you can utilize it, you know.
Yeah.
I think we're definitely looking to broaden our YouTube channel more so than anything because Garrett's on the road
Yeah.
is almost every weekend.
That's another thing too. Is like having Garrett and stuff. It's like finding photographers. There's like the photography business is like an art in of itself when it comes to like concert photography, because there's so many. Like, we've worked with so many different photographers that shoot different styles. It's all great because you can have like everybody. I don't know. It's like it's your own art, like everybody else. And it's I'm not good at taking pictures, capturing stuff. When you have somebody they love what they do and they're good at what they do, and they're just capturing content and kind of capturing the moment. It's better than trying to like set up a TikTok and like fake it and like make it look like you're doing. So it's better to have somebody that's what they're there to capture the moment, and like, you know, just goofing around in the van or whatever, the green room or something, you know.
That's awesome. You guys can all go on the road together and bring that around with you. Know, I'm sure you couldn't really afford it at the start, but now you've got who was it that picked this tour up? What's the brand sponsor?
Marshwear. Big shout out to Marshwear. Go shop Marshwear.
Yeah, hey,
we got Stu's gear.
This thing's pretty cool.
We got Vegabonds gear.
I'm gonna do a quick 360 for the people who aren't watching.
Do a little twirl.
Give us that whip for the camera.
This is a
over there,
Vegabonds Marshwear hoodie. You can buy them on tour at the merch table. Very
Comes
cool.
with the merch table.
Brought to you by the
All the
Stews.
Marshall guys are great.
I like that old school, bro.
Their stuff is
That's
stylish.
clean. Oh,
There it is.
that logo's clean, bro. Turn around, show the camera. There we go.
You know the squad.
bro. Brand ambassador, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, so comfy, bro.
Ambassador Dope.
She is
Wow.
soft. She is
Can't feel
soft.
this, but you can hear it.
Bro, if you leave that guy here, I'm wearing that shit.
No, but we got you with this Stu's hoodie after this. Don't you worry.
Oh, we'll take care of you, man. I appreciate that. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say, how does that come about though? Like, where's the thought process? I'm like, all right, we're gonna get a clothing brand to sponsor a tour.
That was Vagabonds.
Oh, that's all
they
them?
have all these connections, and Paul there, the bass player, is really he's a great guy, just like to communicate with.
More than anything, he's just a genius though with marketing, and like
Yeah.
he taught us about like, you know, like selling however many tickets you can sell, but then like on top of that, just like giving away like a bunch of guest list spots, you know, just to maximize the amount of people, and you know, sending out, you know,
Get the bodies
like,
in the room.
Yeah, just being like, hey, post this on your story, and you can get like a couple free tickets or whatever, and then that gets, you know, 20 people to buy tickets. So it's just like, you know, thinking ahead and stuff. But
That's
he's,
fascinating.
They know it
he's
works.
a genius with that.
I saw a few of that or maybe it was this weekend. It was like the 3-ticket deal, like Statesboro, Athens, whatever the third one was. I was like, damn, that's a good idea. You know what I
there's
mean?
a lot of giveaways,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Just to keep it on the mind and everything. That's interesting, man.
Yeah, and if you give away, even if it's just like one ticket, that like creates a like buzz of just like, oh my god, I might could win this. So we're like,
story.
if they're giving away tickets, there must be enough people to want the tickets that I should go to the show, even if no one really
just
wants to go
like
to
you
the show.
said,
Yeah.
just
It's like
keeping it in
the fake
people's
hype.
heads.
I always end up like seeing the people who won the contest too.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
bro, I
every
won the
time.
contest. It's like awesome.
That dude.
Was there? This is another question I had for you guys. Was there ever like a moment, or like maybe like in the early days when you're just jamming around and stuff, where you guys like sat down and like, all right, we're gonna fucking do this. Like, we're gonna go play everywhere, and like this one. Do you guys? I assume want this to be your career, of course, right? Kind of.
Yeah,
Say for the most part. Yeah. Was there ever like a conversation where you guys were like, all right, I'm not taking off here. Like, we want to play. Like, this wants to be our thing, or did it just kind of happen?
I think
It was
it's
really
kind of
when
mutual.
we joined Atlas.
Yeah,
I feel like
dude.
We
When
just
you
kind of
joined Atlas?
realized like we never really had like a sit down, and I was actually talking to Blake about this last night in Statesboro, or 2 nights ago. But
They just blur together.
I was just saying,
Road Dog.
I was just saying, like, it's like funny how we like it's been like a year and a half of this like nonstop. Like Wyatt said, like joining Atlas, it's basically just been like 3-4 gigs a week and nonstop every weekend. Wow. So like we never really sat down and talked about it and said like, you know, we really have to like do yada yada. I think it was just kind of mutual.
It just happened.
We all saw the calendar and we thought like, well, we're gonna have to, you know, get good for
down.
this.
I think
It's also if you don't take if you don't take it too seriously, like, and you got to treat it like a job, and like there's like order to it, and be all kind of I don't know what the right word
Professional.
is. Professional. Yeah. But also you got to like keep it loose and realize that everybody's doing it because they love it, and you don't have to like yell at the next guy to be better kind of thing. It's we're all doing it because we love it, and it's gonna keep happening because we love what we're doing.
Yeah, are there any band arguments? You guys ever get heated over anything? Or you guys pretty chill?
Yeah,
Mostly
dude,
just like they're deciding over
it
food
wouldn't
and stuff.
work if you don't argue, because that means you don't really give a shit about what you're doing.
But at the end of the day, we agree to disagree, and vice versa. We're all
we all meet in the middle.
I mean, if we hated each other, they would be awful.
It'd be
we spend at least
unbearable.
12 hours
You
with
can't
them
guys
every
on the road
weekend.
if you don't like it.
It's also good that everyone speaks up. It'd be kind of weird if like one or two of us like led the charge on everything. Like, I think people speaking up and saying like, no, well, I think we should do that. It's like it's good to have that.
I think so too. Opinion. That's kind of what I'm seeing right now. I have a lot of bands in here, and very few of them are like as equally talking as you guys. If that makes sense. Like, I'd say 90% of bands, it'll be like two front guys, or like one front guy, or half the band doesn't even want to come because they're not like talking people. Or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they're not social.
We'll cheer
there are 4 ingredients to this stew.
I like
and like
the
even
echo
like songwriting,
so.
if like if somebody writes a song, like Blake wrote, we have a song on the new album, like Trials when you kind of came with, and it's like it's not like it's just your song.
No, yeah,
it's kind of like you write a song, and it's
like a foundation.
It's a foundation. You bring it to the band, and then like everybody creates their part, and it's not a hey, you play this and you play that.
Yeah,
it's never, it's like it's kind of hey, this is what I was thinking. Maybe like slow it down a little bit or do this or
So
but
nobody's
it's like,
ever bringing in full songs like, hey, I wrote this last night. We should do this one. Or
yes, it happens.
It happens,
but it also gets tweaked between the 3 remaining or whatever it may be.
Gotcha.
Everything's open to interpretation between all of us.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
And it took a while to get over a hump to be able to write music like we are now, just because we weren't all best friends. Like I met Preston in January of 2020, and I've known these guys for 5 years before that. So it's like,
so there's really no front.
It took a while, but now we're over this hump where writing is just, it's fucking fun.
Yeah,
dude.
And we play so much, and we are just like, we play the song, and for so long we were playing these Auburn gigs, like just so many Auburn gigs and so many frat gigs. Like, dude, we're gonna jam out a new song for like 15 minutes and find a new section. Like, fuck it, like we're here for 3 hours, and they're gonna dig it, like And then just like, I don't know, just keeping just an open mind about like writing and just always working on it and getting better. And songwriting is one of those things you constantly get better. The more you do it,
Totally.
And so, but it's fun. It's because you can also write a song for your own fun and not have to like take it too seriously and be like goofing around. Like I think Tom Petty wrote Free Fall, and they were just joking around, and then it turns into a
Bennett and Wyatt have a whole garage.
You never know how it happens.
Yeah,
dude.
We also have side projects.
So many
We
side projects.
Like they have pirate rap, pizza rap.
We wrote a Christmas song.
Spaceman rap.
We could. I don't know.
No. I'll just.
We could get the
play
pizza rap.
We've got a Blake Shelton type band with a song called "A Country Boy I Stand."
Yeah.
We've got a rap group called
All
Hunchback
I
and
need
Wetsuit.
is beer and women, and around here I know where to get them.
Damn, that sounds like a banger, bro.
It's just wait till Bennett hits that.
And then we've got Eric.
We have Eric. Yeah, it's our new wave, like post-punk,
It's like
80s British
And
kind of
then
side
we've got-
project.
Random.
We got
Eric,
Hunchback and
so
Wetsuit. That's our rap group.
There's also Wes Teller in AAA.
Yeah.
Well, there's all these side projects.
We
We
like
like
to stay on
In the rubber
swivel.
valve.
We get
This
bored
SoundCloud
sometimes.
link. I know there's a link to this shit
SoundCloud
floating around there. I'll put it in the bio.
Yeah. Hunchback and Wetsuit
we
is
might leak
exclusively
something.
SoundCloud. No officially released music, just leaks.
Yeah, just like accidental leaks.
The entire album is just leaked.
Like 20 seconds at a time.
That's awesome, man. You seem like you guys are super free flowing. Like everybody seems like very even. Like no, like one guy's like, no, we're not like that, or no, we're this.
Yeah,
that's
I mean-
purposeful, or it's just supernatural. I imagine, right?
No, yeah.
No, I mean, that's why we're all having so much fun. It's like we're just best friends, and it just so happens that we work hard at our music, and it works out. And when everything falls into place, it's like one big puzzle, and I think we're almost completed, but it'll never be complete, in my opinion. But pieces just keep coming. We just
That
keep
last
putting it
piece
together.
is missing. You say that.
That last corner.
Any interest in adding other members, like different keys players or
I
something?
think that's
you
a
know what I mean?
natural thing, personally.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
would
know
have
about these
to
guys.
really
I want to have like a sax solo in one of our songs.
sick.
Things
That's
like
the
that.
thing
We
that's
got a
cool about
homie
the
on the
studio
sax.
is like we have like on a lot of the songs we have like some organ parts and like some keyboard parts and stuff like that that our engineer helped us out with.
Word.
But I think as far as live, like in my opinion, like I think we have a really good like dynamic between the four of us.
Seems to work.
Yeah, and if we were to add like a keyboard or something, like the last thing I'd want or like Blake and I would want is just like someone like doubling the bass and the rhythm. We've jammed with keyboard players and like it's fun when like they add their own element because I think that's what we all do.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that's really well put, man. I mean, like, don't add anybody that you don't need to, you know, and it definitely makes making money.
It's less money for
one
us.
slice harder, you know what I mean?
Dude, we played in Tuscaloosa. Y'all remember the yacht rock band with 10 people and they had like full uniforms and everything, and they were like, I think they were opening.
That was a whole different beast.
They play the theater, I think. I think I know what you're talking about. It's a
Yeah.
bigger
What are they
band?
called?
Just a 10.
Like older guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, older
They got
guys.
the whole like dance routine.
Yeah.
Snaps.
that's what we get.
What are some towns that you guys have been to that have kind of become like second home? Because like I know when I'm on the road, like there's a few key towns that like we go to all the time that it's like, wow, this is like our second following here opposed to our hometown following. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Here's one there.
I guess
Definitely here, yeah. I mean,
I think like Atlanta.
Atlanta.
the East Coast recently to me somehow it seems like I guess we played a lot of frat gigs this summer and like went toured up there, but like
Been in Virginia a lot.
yeah, Virginia, North Carolina.
North
We played
Carolina,
Virginia Zate fraternity up there, and like that was one of my
Charlottesville,
favorite gigs.
yeah.
That was so fun.
UNC.
Every time
we've
we've
gone,
gone,
We'll be back there
summer
soon.
Virginia. It's been
Awesome,
a hell of a time.
Yeah,
And we'll be at the
Charlottesville's
Jefferson
fun.
in Charlottesville too with the Vegabonds.
Interesting. How far of a ride is that from Auburn? You know
Too
what I mean?
far, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
It's about a nap's long.
Yeah,
It's a
we
hell
have
of a
a
nap,
good
though.
way to sleep on the road.
How's
It's
that?
funny when you
we have
wake
like
up in
three benches.
We have a
in
passenger
different
van,
place.
like
Yeah.
3
There's
rows.
no
whatever.
passenger seat.
It's basically
Yeah, with no shotgun.
Three
There's
people
no
can
shotgun.
sleep while one person drives, so it's like a.
You are,
reloading
dude.
a gun that's
You are like
three people can,
alone
switch.
to an extent up in the front of that van.
nice that
There's
you
no
can go-
I
shotgun
think it's
seat. Like,
nice.
It gets lonely up there.
A little bit.
It's
You
nice.
feel the worst when everybody's like
Then it
cutting
gets
up in the
sad.
back, like something happens and everybody's like dying laughing. You're like, wait, what's happening?
happened?
What's funny? What happened, guys?
No, the worst is when it's 4 a.m. and we're driving back from a gig and everyone's asleep and you're just up there alone.
Just playing like sad music.
I'll wake
Same
up in the
white
back when it
box.
happens, and I'll be like, oh my
Yeah,
god, he's
getting
definitely
real
about
Van
to fall
Morrison
asleep.
alone in the front.
That's hilarious, man. How long
being
until you
green.
guys got a van? Like, did it become like instantly you got one, or like
I
you had to work
had
your
a
way
van.
up?
I had
Yeah,
a
we-
very,
Blake had the van.
very iffy Sprinter van, but
We
it
had
was
an ordeal
home for a
happen.
couple months,
God
and
bless that
then
thing.
we scheduled that tour up to the Northeast, and that was kind of like a deadline to get a new van.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
we
really.
literally got a van maybe 3 days before we left.
Yeah,
Got a trailer hitch
yeah,
put on the
2
day
days
before we left.
Yeah, we got the trailer with my old van.
Yeah.
Trailer was fine. We actually got that on the way to the Nick
Yeah, we did.
from Atlanta.
You didn't need it for the
That was
day.
a shit show, but we got it, and then I got rid of the van like a week ago actually, but it just sat there because it was not working, and then we got
We
a
had
new
no
van.
windows.
We
You
had
were
a
riding
trip
in
to
metal box, like-
New Orleans. That
Oh, yeah,
halfway
yeah.
through,
Oh my god.
My
kind of broke
turbo
down.
hose popped.
We got there an hour late to like the gig, and that was kind of like the last time.
We stopped
broke
at some
down?
guy's auto
Need a
shop
chain.
to like get it fixed in the middle of nowhere, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, pull it in here. I got it. Easy fix. Like it's a Saturday." He goes and works on it for like an hour. We pull out. Nothing has changed. Like the dude,
it capped at like,
nicest guy
like
ever. Dude. He
60
didn't
miles
fix
per
shit.
hour.
Yeah,
Just chugged it, man. That's
yeah,
fucked
dude.
up.
Something so
Yeah,
weird. Max
that was the
speed
last
60.
trip for the van.
So I was kind of wondering, like, when I first started hearing about you guys, I saw you playing like Smith's Old Barn stuff a lot, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
these motherfuckers are fucking selling out, like
Yeah,
the
man.
room upstairs, and I was like, damn. But now that I hear that most of you from Atlanta, that kind of makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, dude, it's a big home crowd.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
there.
How do you guys like Smiths?
Oh,
we
yeah,
love
we
it, dude.
love
They're
it.
great people. I mean,
And Bo, they're great.
we just did
guys.
New Year's
Eric,
Eve there.
They're always so.
no,
Eric always
they're
coming
so
out with
nice,
tequila for us. We love you, man.
Yeah.
God, too much tequila. Eric.
Yeah. The only thing is when that dumbwaiter is broken outside,
Oh.
you got to go.
Oh,
up those
yeah, the
stairs.
loadout.
Oh,
about a
I
sketchy
know.
load.
Yeah.
The staircase from hell.
What is, doesn't it say something on it? Like,
Yeah,
It's
it's,
like
it's
an
a long way to the
AC
top.
rock
Dude, you're
and
gonna rock
roll.
and roll. Like,
shoot
I love
me,
that.
and I'm just kidding.
and it's like mocking you as you carry
And
like
I
your
think-
bass cabinet up. It's like
I think every time but one, it's rained. So those stairs have been
wet,
a
yeah.
freaking hazard.
yeah.
Interesting, man.
But it's a great place. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
It seems to be.
we
You
owe a
guys are
lot to
killing it.
them.
Interesting. So I guess let's talk about a few of the singles. I had circled my favorite ones. I hear the one I hear the most actually yesterday when I was in Sigma Nu, like we were sound checking and shit during the day. They were fucking jamming 9/5. And I was
Oh,
like,
really?
I like ran in there. I was like, fucking Stills, right? They're like, yeah, dude, they're sick. They
how-
played here.
that's
They played
awesome,
here.
man.
I was like, word. So you guys played in the basement, I guess, a little downstairs.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something?
Yeah, I think twice now.
Yeah.
Fun place, man. Played there last night. It was so sick.
Yeah,
it's
dude,
a cool
they have
place
fun
down there. They're great guys.
How did you guys tell me about 9/5? This one's super interesting to me. I feel like this is a standout one for you guys. I don't know if you'd agree with that or not, but I feel like this one just fucking rails, man.
Yeah.
It's only more of a, I feel like a statement song, or at least the first one that we wrote, where we were like, I don't know, we kind of were all on the same page with what we wanted to, the message we wanted to put across, and also just the way we wanted it to sound and how intense we wanted it to be. You know, Fame definitely helped with bringing that to life. Like, But I mean, really with the whole EP, we kind of go in with these songs that we were just so used to playing live. Yeah. And literally every song on the EP is like over 5 minutes, and like that's just how we would play them. You know, and like now we've kind of, I mean, you know, with the new album, we got a couple songs that are more around 3, and like, you know, I feel like you can get the same point across without, you know, having any time that's unnecessary, I guess, in the song. Like, totally. But with that song, it's just this big jam. I mean, and it's probably still the most fun to play live. Like, really? Yeah, dude.
I'd wondered if you guys close with it, dude.
We all pretty much always. We have another jam,
sometimes
hard song we'll close with. But yeah, I mean, we do that. We've done that at Smith's a bunch. Just the curtains would come back and start 9 to 5.
Let's go, bro. When everybody stops except for the guitar bends, every time I hear it, I'm like, fuck, wish I'd have thought of that, bro. That was like so simple, but like,
I'll never forget.
Dude, literally
just like
you first wrote something like super. Like,
dude, I have
the
audio.
It was like it was a huge, just busy fill. Yeah. And it's funny. Like, I don't remember a lot about writing that, but I do remember that decision that was made where I was like, try to just keep it like more simple, do something more simple, and you just played that like right away.
It's funny to think about the EP, because like all I remember from like 9 to 5 is like having the bass line and then talking about like that, and then like not even remembering really like you writing those lyrics.
Yeah, I remember just like, shouting the lyrics and then like writing them on some piece of paper. Like, it just kind of happened in the moment.
What's up with the tempo change at the start? Is that like we're like, all right, we're gonna start it slow and then we're gonna fucking go into it?
Dude, well, that's like you gotta draw.
I feel like we do that a lot. Like on this new album too. It's like I'll have like whether it's a guitar part or a bass part, it's like to start the song, and then it's like, you know, we're not going to let that stop us from like doing a whole different section, like just switching it up like that. Because I never really think about like, I mean, it is a tempo change, but like, you know, it's the same chords. So I'm always just thinking like, all right, it's like the intro, and then it's like, let's, you know, fucking start.
Interesting, man. I think it's really tasteful, man. I really enjoy that one. I actually had a friend who wanted me to ask you guys. What she wanted me to ask you guys? She wanted to ask if there was any Black Sabbath influence on that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Tony
She's gonna be
some
so
of the first songs I learned
dude.
on guitar.
She's gonna be so stoked
Jack
about
the Stripper.
that. She was like, every time I hear it, it makes me think of Black Sabbath kind of stuff. She's gonna be stoked.
Yeah, Sweet Leaf.
Well, if she's at the show sometime, we might have to cover something.
We play War Pigs. We'll dabble.
Oh, dude, we played War Pigs at Skybar, and the sound guy was like, he was so stoked. He was like, dude, I haven't heard anybody play Black Sabbath at Skybar like ever. He's like, I grew up on this record, and the whole time we were playing, I remember he was like fading levels, like my vocals like super delayed at parts. It was awesome, dude. He was having the time of his life in the booth. Like
the bar owners and the sound guys, they absolutely love War Pigs, especially like when we were on that tour up to New York. We played in Roanoke at Martin's downtown, really cool place.
I'm booked there right now.
And I was talking to him after the show, and he was like, I don't think I've heard War Pigs played in my bar since like the 90s.
I was like, so play some Sabbath if you go.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm going in like June, so it should be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's a great place.
Tell me a little about Slip Away. This is my second favorite one.
That was the song that the very first time we ever all played together, we wrote that.
What the fuck?
And that was the one that I called the Springsteen riff for a while.
The one we talked about.
I still got I got the voicemail on my phone. Like,
dude, I did.
It was just me throwing my phone in the middle of the room first time I played it.
I come in like 4 bars late because
I mean, we were just feeling it.
There, I was like, what am I about to play? Like, what am I gonna do? And then literally the first thing you play is the riff on the EP.
That's crazy.
Like, it was one of those moments where like, and now I don't know. Now it's different because we are so used to playing with each other. But when it was a new and fresh thing, like that moment where that song just was coming together like in like live, you know, that was good. That was things kind of clicked. I was like, I'm glad I brought these boys.
A lot of thought process.
I was like,
flashing in that 5 minutes.
I kind of like moved up to Atlanta. You could say like I was just staying up there for like long periods at a time, like when we were practicing. And so for me, it was like a lot of the lyrics is I was kind of subconsciously thinking about like just kind of like abandoning what you're used to because it's comfortable. Like, you know, I have to do what everybody else is doing and go like chase what feels right, you know. So
that's awesome. Would you say you're the main lyric guy, or did lyrics get split up pretty good bit?
I mean,
he gets the final say so, of course.
Yeah, because he's
coming out of his
mouth.
But we like to help with giving them lyrics
words
and stuff, contribute.
Yeah.
Interesting. Tell me a little bit about Make It Out. Big fan of this one too. I'm a big fan of the whole fucking EP.
I wrote that riff on an acoustic guitar in like 10th grade.
Really?
Yeah, and then it just turned. The recording on my voice memo was called Bouncy.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because it's a really bouncy song.
Because we would just jam on the chords and like.
And then I got
half the tempo it is now. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a video on my computer. I've got this folder called Goldmine, and it's just all this crazy old stuff. No, but it's really cool because you get to see what it was and what it is now. And like I was playing Make It Out, like I didn't have the pedal I use. I didn't change my picking. I didn't do anything. Bennett didn't even have his bass line in that video, and that's probably one of the coolest bass lines in our songs that we've yet to come up with, in my opinion. Like I love that bass line.
Love it, man.
Yeah, it's just a fun song. It's weird
doing the O's. It's like
I assume that one's a pretty solid staple live.
Last night they were screaming it back.
Were they?
It was fun,
dude. That's hype, man. Did that ever get to you guys? You guys remember the first time that someone screamed it back to you?
I do very distinctly.
That's like the craziest thing to me is like,
I was like, wait, are they singing our song?
Wait, you're saying what I'm saying?
Yeah. You like double take. You know what I mean? Like,
hold on a second.
what the fuck, man? Yeah, dude. Well, that's
kind of
awesome.
hard not to just sit there but and like smile. And, like,
everyone's
like singing.
People are like, is it weird?
Smiling.
Does it freak you out? I'm like, why would that freak me out? Like, what do you think about one of those songs in the closet and no one hear? I'm like,
it's the end goal, right?
Yeah, you want everybody here. And so our engineer, when he first came in the studio, he was saying, just describing music. He's like, you're an artist, and like if you're a painter, you're painting canvases and other types of artists. But musicians, you're painting time. It's like
that's awesome.
There's so many. Just memories you have, like you hear a song and you instantly have like a picture pops up in your brain, like because that song was playing when something was going on in the background. You're subconscious of it, but it's painting that canvas, that memory for you. You know, it's like if there's some people who've reached out to us who've said they've certain songs. One girl came out just in Auburn one time and she was like, I was just having a really really hard time during COVID and like. She was really down, everything quarantined, was really lonely. And she's like, Make It Out. It's just like really helped me get through, and I really like loved it. She was like almost crying, like just like really loved it. I was like, that's what it's about.
That shit makes it. Makes it all worth it.
Yeah,
that was really funny in the Instagram. Some chick was like, "I want y'all to play at my wedding." Like, no, I'm not engaged. Like, I don't even have a boyfriend right now.
I DM'd her back and I was like, you'll find the one, and when you do, hit us up.
Please book us.
I don't know how I feel about a wedding.
I don't want to ruin someone's special moment.
Yeah, I feel like
it's like that's a lot of weight.
Responsible.
Playing at someone's wedding is
white
like,
tuxes, like
sweet.
I wouldn't want to do that.
All right, we got enough time for probably about 10 more minutes. We're 65 minutes in. It's going well, man.
Yeah.
I want to get a little Doso on the mic, honestly.
Yes, let's do it.
Doso,
Come sit in my lap.
Come sit over
chair
here. Pull the whole
Doso.
chair over. I want you to kind of tell us.
Editing pictures.
Yeah, just
for
talk
a
about a
second.
road dog, dude.
Oh, he dropped the camera.
He's working, man.
It probably sounded a lot worse than it looked.
Man.
It wasn't bad.
What's going on, Jameson?
What's up,
How are you
man?
doing, buddy?
How have you been, man?
Pretty good.
It'd be an absolute crime if we didn't get you some mic time, bro. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man, I appreciate it. You know, I had a good time last time I was here,
dude.
so
I did too, man. Well, kind
good
of
to
tell
see
me
you.
what it's like being on the roads with the Stews and the Vegabonds, man.
to be honest, these guys are so much fun to hang out with. As you know, I'm 26. I'm a little bit older than them, but like I feel like they accept me as a younger gentleman, and I like I don't feel like too old to be hanging out with them or anything. Like it's a good time. They make it a good time. We the van life is always interesting, but it's pretty much hilarious like the entire time. You know what I mean? Like it's just constant. You know.
I mean, this is kind of
fucking
the dream
doing
for you,
bits
though, right?
all day long. You could make like a YouTube show just off of like what goes on in the van. Although I feel like some stuff probably is not for
Something
public.
should not be documented.
Yeah. This thing called Sardini.
So
Please tell them about Sardini.
Please.
you've opened a can of sardines before, right?
I mean, it's been a minute. I don't just be popping sardines,
Imagine
bro.
you open the top of our van and you see 4 bodies laying across the top of the benches in plank form. That's what happens when you spend a little too much time.
Yeah, you think it too hard.
I witnessed that for the first time yesterday, the sardine.
Dark in the back for too long.
Everybody needs to stretch their legs, get a quick sardini in. Everybody,
yeah, a little sardine.
And then that's when Preston starts brake checking, and you feel like your chest is about to explode head first.
Oh man, well Garrett, this is kind of like the goal for you, right? Well, me and you at the podcast, you were talking about you just love to be on the road with bands that you're into and like guys you're friends with, like so you can take pictures of Stews and Vegabonds every night. How's that for you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I've worked with both bands prior to these like tour dates, you know what I mean? So I got a taste of hanging out with them, and of course like Luke, their agent, him and I know each other from Hotel Fiction stuff and stuff like that. So like when Marshware kind of started this tour and everything, they all wanted me on board for photos and stuff like that. So Marshware brought me on for this run of dates, and both bands are helping out as well. So it's really cool. I like this opportunity. I like how the dates are spread out. You know what I mean? So I can kind of like finesse it with work, and I don't have to be gone for weeks and weeks at a time.
I assume you're kind of honing the pictures. Like obviously you've seen a couple Stew sets now, so you kind of know where to be at the right moments.
I can be more patient. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to worry about like constantly shooting the entire both sets. You know what I mean? And I mean, the first night in Statesboro, I ended up taking a lot of pictures. I sent them like a folder of 100 photos for one show, which is kind of a lot, but
it's a ton.
No, but like something like last night, like I just wanted to be patient, more meticulous with the shots.
Ninja with a camera, like,
he really is.
Gets all these angles, and we'll see pictures from like places that like I never saw.
Didn't see you there.
Like at the show. Like when were you there?
So do you guys get stoked when you wake up the next day and you got a load of Doso photos to go through?
Oh yeah, dude, that's the best feeling in the world.
We watch him edit in the car and stuff like that, and he's like, "Do you like this? Do you like that? You want me to delete this? You want me to keep that?" And like honestly, like he takes these cool black and whites where it's like Wyatt will be slamming the drums and his hair is still moving, but his face is still.
You see the stills,
and they're super sick. And like, I bet he probably deletes a couple because they're blurry.
Totally. I mean,
then, like once or twice we'll be like
with the action
cool.
shots, stuff like that. I mean, you just kind of like set the trigger to like a medium setting where you just hold it down and it just like snaps. It'll snap like 10 pictures of that moment, but like in that 10, you know what I mean? It's focused on Wyatt, so like there's gonna be some spots where like you can see everything perfectly, or there's a little bit of motion blur and stuff like that. I love doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that's the nature of concerts. You know what I mean? It's all moving the whole time, so you get to like manipulate whether it's really in motion or not. You know what I mean? It's
totally
kind of fun.
And you'd mentioned to me before wanting to kind of like find some bands that you could like grow with, like all the big artists, like whoever, Justin Bieber, like they have a photographer that they fucking grow up with, or insert any band. I just think of Roy Kramer. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, totally.
With Justin or whatever. So is that something you've been able to kind of do with these guys? I mean,
I think so. I mean, I think we're definitely like starting. We're getting into that relationship at this point to where like I'm gonna be around for a lot. You know what I mean? So I mean, as much as I can physically be there for, I'm gonna try and be there for. So it's, I started working with them last October. So it's it's only been, I guess, this probably 6 shows that I've done with them now. So like, but yeah, being in the van for all this stuff, and Alabama. I live in Georgia and they live in Alabama, so it's hard to be there for the studio stuff too. But I mean, I think I like the fact that these guys are right on the edge of really making something happen, and that's I feel like I can bring something to the table to help bring it to the next level, you know what I mean? So to be able to like hang out with them as much as I can and I think that's we're working on something really nice as far as the look and the aesthetic goes.
I believe
we're experimenting for sure. We've got a lot of ideas.
Totally.
Well, I appreciate you putting me on to it, man, because I didn't know very much about him until you were gassing him up in here.
Right.
You guys have actually this is a question for each of you. I got a few for each of you. We're gonna wrap it up in a second, you guys. You guys need to haul ass at what time?
We don't need all
We're chilling.
It's a loose schedule. We're enjoying our time.
Sweet. So I want from each of you, I want a favorite like tour moment so far. If you have one, just be thinking on it.
Favorite tour
like maybe Doso, just like a moment where you're like, oh, that was a badass spot of the show, or maybe somewhere where you guys jam something to turn anything else. Just like a favorite moment. I know it's a big ask, but let me know what you guys got.
I got one.
Hit it, man.
So we went to New Jersey on tour. And sorry, some of y'all gotta take it home. And Luke put out this thing. It was like, you're going up there on tour. We already had a good bit of dates, but like we'll put out a private show form where you can just submit a form if you want a private show.
Word.
These guys in New Jersey submitted one, and we went and played at a bar for like 15, 20 people. It's like these guys and their fiancés, girlfriends. They're like 25, 30, and they found us on Spotify just like a week earlier. We popped up, and they were like, "Man, we just love y'all stuff." And it's like the Stews summer, and they're like, they work in the city during the week, and they go and live at the beach in the weekend, and they were like, you got to come back and party to their house after. So like, all right, yeah, we'll go. Go to their house on the beach. We walk in, and there's a huge blown up poster of our EP picture with their names by each one of our faces, and they're like, bro, Chris, I told you looked like Ben. Like, I told you he looked like Dobbs. Like,
they don't look anything like.
Yeah, they don't.
They're all like 30 years old.
Yeah, dude, and they're like literally like huge Stews fans, and there's just a video of us, and they bought out this huge like
Dan, all you guys,
beer
like,
funnel
we
thing
love
off
you.
the beach, and we drank like it was like an 8-way beer funnel. We were just like all these people in the Stews merch, and we're just like partying.
The mother udder.
Yeah, dude, we drank like,
and then we had to hit the road.
yeah, we literally drank for like 2 hours. Like, all right, really
There's,
wish
like, all
we could
this
stay. We
sand
gotta
in it,
be
too.
somewhere tomorrow.
Yeah, and we're still in contact with all them too. Like that's, I feel like, I don't know.
What were their
bring
names?
up that whole night
Chris,
bunch.
Chris,
There's Mike,
Dan.
There's Dag, Stan. I don't know.
Dude, I like
It's been
it.
too long.
Yeah,
That was
it
a
is
great
good to go
story.
back
I
up
love
there.
that one. You'll see him next time you go to
Yeah,
town.
dude, if y'all are listening out there, we love
Anybody
you.
else
See you
got
at the
any good
Mercury
ones?
Lounge.
I mean, to be honest with you, the other day in Statesboro before the show, we got to the venue and there was a little fucking robot. There's a little robot. Like, so I don't know, Jameson, if you've ever seen this before, but they're doing like delivery robots for like delivery services and stuff, I guess.
No.
So
I mean, I
I've
know
never
what
seen
you're
that
talking
in
about.
Athens.
took a
I've never
picture with
seen
it.
that.
So
I mean,
funny
you've been in a lot of college towns,
Yeah.
but Statesboro of all places has these little like delivery robots that like drive around, and we were just
That
like
shit got us
cracking
piped
up about that. I got a funny picture of Wyatt and Bennett standing in front of it, like posing with it and everything. Yeah, we went up and like tried to talk to it. Didn't speak back, but I mean,
What was
it's
the
just an
delivery?
army.
It's a
of them,
little
too.
like
It
six-wheeled
was like caught in the mud.
white box with like a super tall flag. You just see the flag like trembling coming out behind him from a trash can, and then this little robot appears, and
15
he's
minutes
like,
later, dude was like zipping by.
yeah, dude, they go like, they go like 20 miles an hour.
This seems like pretty like new technology. and It's like
out of all
it's in
places,
Statesboro of all
Statesboro
places.
of all
Yeah.
places. Wow, I can't believe it. Statesboro's on it. Shout out Statesboro.
Yeah, they're
man.
coming up, man.
Love to hear it. Anybody else got any ones they want to throw out there?
I just wanted to mention the other. I guess it was like 3 weeks ago. We were in Richmond, and it was Blake's birthday.
Uh-huh.
And that was just a very I mean I knew it was yours. But
Oh, that
I
was-
wanted to take it now, but I don't know. That was just a really memorable night. The people we got to kind of catch up with, and I mean I don't know, just everything. The whole
The
vibe.
record number of
Blake
people
was
who got
rocking
thrown out of the
overalls
bar.
with like these like ski goggles. Like it was just
That was a good
the
look for
energy
sure.
Was great. There.
Nice,
That was
man.
a
You guys
memorable
got
one.
good stories. You don't have to have one. You can think about it for a minute. You want to give me one?
They kicked out that night just, to give another thing that happened. They kicked out like 55 people from the show, which was the record for the place.
That's a whole crowd at my
That's the
show.
thing, I guess we just bring like a younger crowd because we're
Yeah.
kind of younger and like,
Rowdy.
And like when it's rowdy, and like when it's places where they the bouncers are really on their shit, and like that's gonna happen.
They take their job
and like
serious.
I mean the amount of we would just stand outside the like back exit door, and like a new kid would pop out.
Well, because
Like,
we're
get, like,
we're trying to
pushed
catch
out,
up
like,
with
every,
somebody.
like, every like 5 minutes,
yeah.
and they'd be like, "How do we get back in?" It's like falling out, like, trying to talk to our friend we hadn't seen in forever. It was funny.
I love it.
You've never asked so many people to respectfully fuck off.
Yeah, like our
And
friend,
our
we
friend
only
Jack
have like
taught
yes
us how
to
to do
leave in
that
like
that
20
night.
minutes.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
we're really trying to talk to him, man. We drove a long way.
Yeah.
With all due respect, like I'm not talking to you right now.
Anybody else?
Blake?
Tour's been pretty forgettable.
Yeah, shit, I guess.
Just a daze.
I'm trying to think.
You guys look pretty beat, honestly. You guys like honestly,
Respectfully, you guys look like
God,
shit.
y'all can't see us because
Why
we're
does
not
Garrett
shot.
look
You
the
can't
most tired?
smell us right now.
I mean, hey,
Garrett
I'm
looks
just,
absolutely shot, bro.
I'm 40 ounces of coffee deep this morning, and I still
running on like 5 hours of sleep from the past 2 days. So chilling.
You caught us in the middle of a rough weekend.
Dude, Blue Room's crazy, bro.
Weekend.
Yeah, Blue Room's awesome.
Blue Room's so sick. I just got booked there. I'm extremely excited.
Fun,
all the staff there was really nice.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like when you play a place, the staff gives a shit about the place. Like so in Poorhouse in Charleston, those guys. Reed Southall brings his own sound guys with him. So the sound guys that ran our set were in the green room after, and I was just like chatting with them, and just you could tell they all loved it. They're before they're even like there for their shift. They're at the restaurant, like hanging out, helping out, like to open up.
That's
just like
best.
A big family like attitude. So
it changes the whole vibe, dude. Especially when you play somewhere where like you kind of don't dig the vibe of the whole establishment and the people that work there. It's like
if they got your back.
Yeah, no, it's instantaneous too. When you walk in the door, getting out of the van, you can just feel in the air. Like there's a bad vibe. Yeah, it's happened before.
Same thing when it's a good vibe. You're like, oh, the homies are here tonight.
Yeah, when you get greeted the second you walk in and they ask who you are and they get it right, and it's not like, oh, I'm just like another dude here coming through. They like treat you like you're actually a part of what's going on, and they're
totally. That's how I feel about Loose Change. You guys done Loose Change a good bit?
Yeah, Loose Change is a cool place.
The other weekend had to reschedule, but
yeah,
that place is wild.
Yeah, I like that place. It gets down.
Clemson. Played with our
we played there. That's the dollar place.
Forever, and doing that it's gonna be the first time in forever. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of nice staying away from our own sound, running our own sound mixer and everything.
Totally. Saves a lot of effort, man.
It's a lot of lifting.
Interesting.
Playing in the middle of the party. Like,
yeah. No stage.
We got it there, and we were like, wait, where are we playing?
All right, I got another question for you guys. I actually wrote this one out. I saw this on fucking Instagram this week. I thought this would be a good one. For each of you, if you could listen to music for only a 10-year window, which years would you choose? I thought about it hard. Because I wanted to know mine. I couldn't come up with one.
Wait. I'm confused.
We got a hand up over here.
I'm confused about the question.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, is it like a decade?
Yeah.
It can be any window. It can be
75.
It doesn't have to be a decade.
I know Bennett.
1965 to 75.
65 to 75?
69 to 79.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe I'll go later. 66.
79, I think.
67 had, dude. 65 had some raw shit.
I love that window.
67 to 77. To
77,
you get like the later half of the 70s is when rock and roll industrialized kind of thing, which is kind of like cool because the late 60s it was the opposite. And that's why that's cool. But like
you get a little bit of both.
Yeah,
so that's a great answer. Who else we got? What we working with?
I'm inclined to say probably like I don't know late 70s to late 80s probably.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Anybody else? I'm just curious.
98 to 08.
98 to 08. Nice.
Yeah.
Get a little All-American Rejects in there.
What's his name? Big Sean?
Big Sean.
No.
The Lady Gaga, Kesha
Sean
era.
Kingston. That's who I'm thinking of.
Beautiful girls.
Beautiful girl.
I'd say
honestly an elite era right there. Nice.
I'd say 63 to 73.
Oh man, nice.
But in all seriousness, I would say probably the same as Bennett.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe 4 though.
Also, I'm hesitant to leave out the 90s, dude. Like
I love the 90s.
Like 88 to like 98, you still get like 1991,
Dude,
and you can listen to 1991.
Not being able to listen to the Beatles anymore, though.
Or was it 92? Was that when?
91 is one of the greatest years.
Yeah, I think it's 91 where like everybody released.
Chili Peppers, Pearl Jam, Nirvana. Everyone released music within 6 months.
Like 95 too is a solid year. Yeah.
91.
I think there's a little blur. There's a couple years I'm not a big fan of, like 88 through 89 kind of. That's just me personally.
Yeah, like rock got kind of weird in late 80s.
Yeah, the whole hair thing, I guess.
That's like why grunge like became a thing to like go against that. You know?
Yeah, like those guys.
So it kind of had to happen.
Imagine if that didn't happen.
If you start talking bad about Twisted Sister, we're gonna have a problem.
You know, Poison fan out there.
I'm not gonna take a slam on his own.
All right, you guys, we're pretty much wrapping it up. I had one last question for you guys. I think there's no way we cannot talk about Sweetwater 420 Fest. You guys stoked about this?
Let's go.
So stoked, dude.
How did this happen, man? Is this an Atlas thing or?
It's a combination of that and some connections, some family friends. Like we feel pretty lucky to have the slot we do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But dude, like for me, it hasn't even fully set in.
Yeah, it is not set in for me.
They're playing on the same day as Snoop Dogg.
On the main stage, dude. Yeah.
Both of our names are green on the poster.
What?
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
So,
we're trying to
Snoop Dogg's people, if you're listening, we want to hang.
Yeah, we want to chill.
We want to hang. Let's get a good hang in.
We want to hang.
Like, solid
your name on it.
He'll probably bring the Stews out for a feature. I could see it.
Yeah, dude. We'll jam.
Dude, you guys got to be stoked about this. I mean, this is going to be the biggest crowd you ever played for, I assume, right? I mean,
I don't know. We're playing it like...
We're playing at noon on Friday, which is guaranteed the first.
But I've heard like there's people there from
definitely.
when the gates open.
The weather's good. There will be people there,
and it's really cool because like memories would pop up on my phone in a couple months of me, Ben, and Wyatt there in high school watching Widespread at that same stage, and it's go. And last night I stayed at my friend's house who was in the pictures with us, and like it's just like kind of fucking crazy. Honestly.
That is wild.
I used to pour beer there in high school to get a free ticket, and like now we get to fucking play there, and it's awesome.
Good for y'all, man.
A golf cart. Luke said he's working on a golf cart.
Dude, what?
I mean,
so extra,
come on.
You got the hotel room, the golf cart. What else do we need?
Make a fucking weekend out of it.
Yeah, he was like,
bro.
we're taking.
Dude, have you seen Saturday of that?
No, I don't think so.
Look at the Saturday lineup and you like.
Yeah, Stuart Copeland.
I want to meet Stuart Copeland so bad. Dude. That's my like. I want to meet. Stuart.
Bro, if you guys meet, Stuart,
I want to meet Trey.
That'd be so sick.
All of them, dude. Honestly,
dude, if you met Stuart, that'd be fucking wicked.
If you're in town, you gotta
wash
come.
my hand.
I would love to come. I think I'm going to get the full pass. I guess. What is it? 3 days or is it 1 day?
3 days.
3 days, right?
They jip you with the 3 and the 1.
Word.
You can't get a 2. You have to get 2 1 days. So.
Sneaky bastards. But any of those festivals in Atlanta are fun. I like Shaky Knees. I don't know if you guys get that one.
It's the same weekend.
It's the same weekend?
Is it really? Saturday looks insane of that, too. So it's kind of hard.
I hate that they did it the same weekend because I want to go.
But 420 Fest
doesn't make sense.
Looks better in my opinion.
But you can like pick and choose days, like Friday at 420, Saturday at Shaky Knees. That is
but
a lot
Saturday
of money,
at 420 is the day to be at 420.
Yeah.
True.
But it's also the day to be at Shaky Knees.
That sounds like a logistical nightmare to have both of those festivals at the same time.
Yeah. Seems just
it's
not
the
wise.
Same people.
Weird choice, but you know.
A little bit of
Weird
competition.
Interesting. All right. Well, you guys, what is give me some closing notes here. Like, where do you guys hope to be in this next year? Like, what's next for you guys? You know what I mean? Just for the people kind of curious on what to expect out of y'all.
Hopefully by the beginning of 2023. I know that sounds weird, but it's, I mean, at the end of this year, hopefully we'll be moving on whatever the next level is for 2023, and hopefully we'll have another album out next year, maybe some experimental EPs or singles or whatever may be. Just keep releasing music.
Yeah.
But stay on the road, develop fan bases.
Yeah, we're not slowing down anytime soon. If anything, we're picking it up and just writing more than ever and just
throw
paying attention and just doing music as much as we can, man. Just I feel like me, and I can't speak for everyone else, but I feel like everybody recently, I've definitely like caught a new fire for music. I don't know. It's just like it seems like all I've been like thinking about doing is just like playing or writing.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, this new album, dude. It's just like that's what I'm so excited about for this band. It's just like this new album. It's just like in my mind, it's so much not better than the EP, but like
it's just more mature.
It's way more mature.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, how could it not be? You know what I mean? You guys have grown so much.
Right.
It's awesome. Well, dude, good for you guys. I'm extremely stoked about everything y'all got going on, dude. The buzz for you guys is through the roof. I hope you guys know that. People fucking talk about you guys here. I hear it. It's no bullshit, man. So good for y'all. You guys seem like cool dudes. I'm cheering for you guys. So,
thank you.
and I like.
Thanks for having us on.
We're cheering for you.
Anytime. Thank you, guys. I hope it was chill for you guys, and I appreciate. I know y'all were beat, bro. 10:30. Even I was
That's
like,
why, you go on the road for 3 days, you beat yourself up, and you sleep when you get back home.
I appreciate y'all coming out early and sliding this in for us, man. If you guys ever come back to Athens, which I know you will be, damn road dogs, you guys got to come back by. Got to come back by, all right?
Yeah, dude.
We will.
All right, thanks everybody for tuning in. This has been the Jameson on the Rocks podcast. Let's give him a wave to the camera so I have a thumbnail. Get a wave, Doso.
Hello.
Thanks to Doso for sitting in. Goat over there.
Of course.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Everybody
you,
check out the Stews on Spotify, Apple Music, all that shit. Subscribe to the podcast if you don't mind. Leave us a review. Check us out on YouTube. All that bullshit. Thank you guys so much. See ya. Do it.